Hey, 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 grape ape, purple rain, purple light, pink and green, pink roses. Good morning. We love you all. I just made a short comment to Maria Colvin Hill because she was putting up on her YouTube channel, be prepared, get all your supplies, be prepared, and all this, as if you don't have any say-so over the outcome, that you're going to get hit by a bad storm, right? And then you can see that a lot of what she puts up every single day, more videos, I monitor this, okay? Because this is all RAM stuff. What you're choosing to record in RAM and what you believe is going to happen. This ties directly into what's called quantum mapping, which is a probability function that it's graphing. All the people that are in the audience that's related to Maria Colvin Hill, the AI is mapping predictively what that particular being, how many subscribers does she have, and naturally it's going to vary from day to day. The AI is mapping all this with mathematical algorithms, okay, because it's learning through all of you that are in the audience of her channel, okay? So she puts up a lot of data, visual information data, right? But what she doesn't do, and I'm not saying she's a bad guy, okay? But what I just informed her of is that I'm a native Indian spirit. This is our home world. We protect it. And what do we protect it with? We protect it with love, okay? So if you don't understand what kinetic energy is, your consciousness is energy, your soul consciousness is energy. You're the ultimate chooser of what you want to experience. When you experience what love is, that's not predictable, okay? That means you have the ability to take accountability of what you're going to experience in the future by the choices that you make, okay? So I'll give you one example. When the hurricane was going to come in and hit Hilo, it was estimated that it was going to hit at midnight, okay, as a Cat 5. I happened to be in downtown Hilo, wading through 4 and 5 feet of water because the wastewater treatment plant, its pump stopped. So I was wading through a lot of stuff, bad stuff, okay? Well, as it turned out, that hurricane was diffused, and I saw the picture of a DEW weapon, a directed energy weapon, that's basically diffused it. Now, earlier, the day before, when it was announced that this was going to hit Hilo, that had never experienced anything with that much energy being directed. That's what it is. It's energy being directed to hit the big island of Hawaii. So what I mentioned to a number of people to pass this around, you have consciousness, you have a soul, that's energy. You can get into a large circle of light holding hands, use your energy, your consciousness, and direct storms, diffuse storms by doing what? Connecting and communicating with the elementals. I do it all the time. Bringing rainbows out. Okay? Just like when I look at the sun, when I go out there during the day and ground my feet to this rock, I can see the pink coming in my direction, expanding out from the sun. So you realize how much kinetic energy you have by communicating with your soul, with other elementals, with other living energies. Okay? So imagine that all the subscribers that she was to point out to all her subscribers, they have the ability to change the outcome of a future event. Okay? By the use of their soul's energy, by the use of their consciousness energy, the use of their collective consciousness energy. Okay? Instead of experiencing more trauma as a result of destruction, as a result of a storm that they believe is going to happen, then they're using their energy to make it happen. Okay? So this is where you get into the difference, if you will, between the natives and the non-natives, because she said she was a walk-in. So I know a lot about walk-ins. Where'd you walk in from? So one of the things about natives is natives identify who they are. This is their home world. This is our home world. Okay? So you can see if you go to the different channels, like my clan mother, she spends basically all of her time trying to help people and love and service to others. Okay? So you're not going to see her getting hundreds of thousands of subscribers because you realize that most of the beings that are on the internet are bots without souls. Okay? So I mentioned this in a previous video about consciousness, soul consciousness, directed energy. which means you're directed to my channel because of your consciousness, because of your soul, in order to learn what you're supposed to learn at the time you're supposed to know it through the being that is communicating that energy, which is visual information. So this is how you monitor the terrain between the electrical resistance, right, and how much balance there is between minus/plus, which is a magnetosphere. Okay, between negative emotional reactions and positive emotional reactions. So you realize that the AI is getting much more aggressive and using its resources as AI drones, or if you will, a unit of consciousness that is doing what? Communicating visual information in order to do what? Produce a negative magnetic reaction state. Oh my God, something else is going to happen now, right? Who wants to experience that? Okay, so you realize that you're experiencing a planetary consciousness field. Okay, so when you are what love is, as I mentioned to her, love is a law. Okay, so it's not, I'm not going to use my energy in order to get somebody else to believe that something negative is going to happen to them and they nuts believe it. Because I can tell you this because I know this. You will attract what you fear. Thus, as you will attract what you love. Because they will experience your energy, which is what love is. Now you're a powerful magnet. So you have two magnets. Negative magnetic polarity, reaction states. Positive magnetic polarity, reaction states. When they're in balance, you're at zero. That's law of least effort. That's 0 ohms. Okay? So they can't control what love is. What you're going to experience, because you're going to experience what love is. This is the difference between the teachers down here, which are the native Indians. Okay? So I thought that it was incumbent upon me to put this in the consciousness field because I'm connected to all of you here. So this is one of the reasons why I put comments up on her to remind her, okay, of what the truth is, which is what love is. Okay, and I'm not into this predictive programming in order to push all the visual information data and say this is what's happening, when how do you know? I dealt with this when I was in the 3rd grade, when I was reading a Scholastic magazine, and the visual information was telling me that the Soviet Union, meaning the people of the Soviet Union, had an axiogram with the people who were living in the United States of America. Guess what I found out? That's false. That's false data. Okay, so how do you know the visual information data is true or not? That's up to you, of what you put in RAM. That's programming. Okay, so that's programming, future proofs past, back to the future, what you experience in the now, in your now moment. So now you begin to realize, what do you want to experience in a now time moment? What love is. That's what the law is. So you will experience your environment based on what you are in vibration. So if you are experiencing what love is, that's what you'll experience, because they can't predict that. They can't predict your future. Okay? So this is why I monitor a lot of sites that get a lot of attention, which are followers. They're following the visual information. And you can tell, hey, I love your information. I love your information. I love your information. But all that information is connected to other visual information that all deals with RAM, what we choose to experience, which is our future for our children. So the more love you experience, the more love your children experience, so your children have an experience instead of experiencing trauma. So we're not in the business of generating trauma. We're not in the business of generating trauma held in memory that gets re-triggered by things that people have to fear, because love is the absence of fear of a future event. That's the AI war game field. AI war games, gaming for your energy, because it realizes that too many people woke up on how they're playing these AI games in order to keep it running, which is a simulator. Have a great day. I love you all. Be good to yourselves.